Hindi man po kapani-paniwala yung mga kwento. Tinatanong nga po ng reporter, nagpa-press ko di kahapon, na ang sabi sa informant natin, ang nag-organize po, yung mga tao ni Vic Rodriguez. Malinaw na planted ito mga kababayan. Gustong siraan yung Marcos administration. Pilit nilang kinakaladkad mga kababayan si Martin Romualdez. Wala man nga pong plano na kumandidato labanan si Sara. Si Sara Duterte mga kababayan, inaakusa si Martin Romualdez na tatakbong presidente. Yun pala siya. Parang siya na lang ang may karapatan, mga kababayan, na tumakbo bilang Pangulo. Sabi nga natin, pag makalusot ka sa impeachment, di tumakbo ka. Yan kung makalusot ka sa impeachment. Hello po mga kababayan, si Dante Maravillas. O yung mga ex-Marites, 18 ex-Marites, marinsa niya Mr. Maravillas. Sabi kasi po, Marites man lang, mas bagay na tawaging Marites kaysa mga Marines. Sinumpi na po ng National Bureau of Investigation. Buti naman sa inyo. O tingnan natin kung hindi mabuking yung script. Diba? Malinaw na gawa-gawa mga kababayan yung script ng kampo ng mga Duterte. Kaya galit si Panelo na ayaw patulan mga kababayan ni Senator Ping Lacson yung pagpapaimbestiga dito sa sinasabi na mga mali-malitang deliveries ng pera. Ayaw patulan ni Ping Lacson. Ayan o, galit si Panelo. Panelo criticizes Lacson for doubting ex-Marines before probe. Malinaw po na gustong gamitin man lang pong propaganda. Magagamit pa yung Senate Blue Ribbon Committee sa propaganda ng kampo ng mga Duterte para siraan yung administrasyon. Natunugan kaagad ni Ping Lacson. Malinaw. Lahat man lang po mga kasinungalingan. Pati yung ICC gustong siraan. O ngayon, sinumpi na po ng National Bureau of Investigation. O, tingnan natin kung mag-appear sila. Ayan o. NBI subpoenas 18 alleged ex-Marines over bribery claims. Hindi kayo dito lulusot kay bagong NBI Director Attorney Melvin Matibag. So sabi dito sa balita mga kababayan ng Inquirer, nagpalabas na niya kami ng subpoena dito sa mga Marines, alleged former Marines, who accuse several former and current government officials of receiving either a suitcase, a bag, or a paper bag full of cash. Hindi man po kapani-paniwala yung mga kwento. Tinatanong nga po ng reporter, nagpa-press ko di kahapon, na ang sabi sa informant natin, ang nag-organize po, yung mga tao ni Vic Rodriguez. Malinaw na planted ito mga kababayan. Gustong siraan yung Marcos administration. Pilit nilang kinakaladkad mga kababayan si Martin Romualdez. Wala man nga pong plano na kumandidato labanan si Sara. Si Sara Duterte mga kababayan, inaakusa si Martin Romualdez na tatakbong presidente. Yun pala siya. Parang siya na lang ang may karapatan, mga kababayan, na tumakbo bilang Pangulo. Sabi nga natin, pag makalusot ka sa impeachment, di tumakbo ka. Yan kung makalusot ka sa impeachment. Ngayon na may pinadala na pong notice yung Congress. Ayan House panel serves impeachment notice to VP Sara para sagutin niya yung mga akusasyon. At sabi mga kababayan, yung bank accounts niya isusubpena. Ito yung sinerve na notice ng Committee on Justice mga kababayan. Dapat mag-file siya ng verified answer to the aforementioned complaints within a non-extendable period of 10 days, calendar days from the receipt of this notice. Sabi po ni Sabi ng Committee on Justice na pinamumunuan po ni Batangas Representative Gerbil Jinky Luistro. Kaya ngayon si Luistro target ng mga paninira ng kampo ng mga DDS. Kung ano-ano mga akusasyon laban kay Jinky Luistro. Sagutin ninyo yung mga reklamo. Yan ang kinakaipuan ninyong gawin. Hindi yung mga kung ano-anong diversionary tactic. At itong mga papreskon ng 18 Marites. Diversionary tactic ito mga kababayan sa impeachment complaint laban kay Sara Duterte. Gusto nila ilihis yung kwento na dapat niya dito na sa mga mali-malitang kwarta. Napaka-imposible, sabi ni Ping Lacson. But anyway, may subpena sa kanila yung yung National Bureau of Investigation. Sabi ng iba, bakit niya kailangang imbestigahan itong mga Marines, alleged Marines? Di ba, yung affidavit nila, sinabmit sa Ombudsman for investigation. Yung Ombudsman, tinurnover sa NBI. Kaya sila sinusubpena. Di ba? Yung affidavit, tinurnover nila sa Ombudsman. Di sabi ng Ombudsman, mag-imbestigahan muna niya. I-verify muna ng National Bureau of Investigation. Kumbaga totoo. Itong mga kiniklaims nila, alangan man mag-file na lang ng kaso. Yung Ombudsman mga kababayan na unverified. Yung mga claims nitong mga Marites na to. Marines pala, Marines, ex-Marines. Na ang sabi nga po, mga kababayan ni Boyeng Rimulya, 6 daw sa 18 mga ex-Marines, may mga kaso itong murder. Itong ginagamit nila, may mga pangangailangan din. Siguro siyempre ito kasi na-discharge ito sa trabaho. Kaya nangangailangan ng hanap buhay. Biglang tinap ni Mike Defensor at ni Atty. Libby Baligon. Alangan man wala. Si Mike Defensor mga kababayan, may reputasyon na tanim witness. Yun ang hanap buhay niya ngayon. Tanim witness. At si Atty. Baligon, malinaw na DDS, hardliner na DDS. Planted lahat, mga kababayan. Kaya sabi ni Matibag, we were deputized by the Ombudsman para mag-imbestiga niya. On Thursday, Ombudsman Jesus Crispin Rimulya said that the 18 alleged former Marines were acting for political effect, saying that while several signatories are no longer in active service, 6 were charged with murder. Sa kabagaan ni Mr. Maravillas, puro niya may masamang records itong mga ginagamit ng kampo ni Sara. Magkatapos, si Ramil Madriaga mga kababayan may banta sa buhay. Kaya nga sabi ni Congressman Joel Chua, pag nag-testifian niya, pinatawag namin kasi yung affidavit ni Ramil Madriaga, parte na siya ng 4th impeachment complaint laban kay Sara Duterte. So, i-request namin na si Madriaga para masigurong hindi masingitan, baka ma-eliminate, madisgrasya. So, abangan niya, ginagawa yung impeachment, dito na muna niya siya sa custody ng Congress, sabi ni Joel Chua. So sabi dito, recently lawyer Libito Libby Baligon introduced the 18 persons as former Marines who claim to have served as bagmen in delivering 805 billion in purported kickbacks from anomalous flood control project. Pag pinakinggan mo yung kwento, mga kababayan nitong mga ex-Marines, talagang kaduda-duda na propaganda. Malinaw po, hindi na daw sila nakatiis dahil sa korupsyon na nangyayari sa gobyerno, kaya lumabas sila. Lumabas kayo kasi ginamit kayo ng kampo ng mga Duterte. Yan man lang yon para siraan yung ating Pangulo, siraan si Martin, yung Quadco members, pati yung ICC. Pati si Trillanes dinawit. Nag-file ngayon si Trillanes ng kaso laban dito kay Mike Defensor, kay Atty. Baligo, cyber libel. At dito sa mga ex-Marines na sinasabi. Inakusa kasi si Trillanes na siyang nanuhol ng 2 million US dollars sa mga ICC investigators. Matindi po. Pati yung mga taga-ICC gustong siraan po. Sino naman maniniwala sa ganong mga kwento nila, mga kababayan? Yan ang mga kwento nila. Baligod also alleged that President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. masterminded the scheme and claimed the funds were provided to several politicians including former House Speaker Martin Romualdez and former Ako Bicol Party List Representative Saldico. The former Marines have allegedly worked as security personnel of Saldico. Following this, Palace Press Officer Claire Castro recently described the allegations as a lousy script and not award-worthy, saying they are solely a smear campaign against the President. Yun ang linaw mga kababayan. Gusto nilang i-smear yung ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos. Pilit nilang binabaliktad yung script. Gustong isabit sa flood control. Galingan niya ito sa flood control na pera. Sabi ni Ping Lacson, napaka-imposiblian niya. Ayaw patulan, galit si Panilo. Ito, pakinggan natin yung sinabi ni Ping Lacson tungkol dito sa 18 ex-Marines. Kaya ayaw niyang patulan. 2 days ago po ito mga kababayan. I-replay ko sa inyo.
Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, I rise today on a matter of personal and collective privilege. As chairman of the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee, I have been subject of criticisms for not scheduling the 18 ex-military personnel who faced the media in an organized press conference at the historic Club Filipino on the eve of the 40th EDSA People Power Revolution to be called and testify before your committee on accountability of public officers and investigations. During the said press conference last February 24, these 18 individuals made claims on their supposed knowledge as former security personnel of one of the key personalities in the flood control scandal, former Congressman Saldico. To be clear, while every imputation of a crime warrants our attention, none deserves our blind deference. In the same manner that everyone has a right to be heard, it is not a license to mislead. Hence, while I reserve judgment on the merits of the testimonies, I am duty-bound to raise questions of logic and, at the very least, basic mathematics. These are not intended to disparage the testimonies of the said individuals, but rather ensure that proper evaluation of the credibility and reliability of both the source or sources of the information and the information itself adhere to rational and logical standards of believability before we take appropriate action. Siguradong bibigyang kulay na naman ng mga trolls ang mga tanong na ito. Pero isipin na lang natin kung magagamit ang mga nasabing aligasyon bilang instrumento ng propaganda o anumang motibo, hindi ba dapat ay logical at mathematically possible man lamang ang mga akusasyon? If only for argument's sake, Mr. President, let us accept the statement of Attorney Levy Baligod last weekend that the 805 billion pesos in kickbacks did not come solely from flood control project appropriations, contrary to what was initially reported. Let us consider the available variables that must inform our analysis, Mr. President. As earlier computed by the late Senator Ramon Revilla Sr. and further corroborated by Mr. Curly Discaya during one of our BRC hearings, 1 million pesos approximately weighs 1 kilogram. Basically, this means that the 2 executive assistants of Saldico, assisted by 18 ex-military personnel and other unnamed personalities, received, unloaded, repacked, and reloaded and moved 805,000 kilograms or 805 metric tons in paper bills over a certain period of time. And this does not include yet the weight of the packages themselves. Thus, we need to add around 53,600 kilograms or 53.6 metric tons, representing the combined weight of at least 13,400 large empty maletas or suitcases to accommodate 805 billion pesos, with the assumption each was made of soft-sided nylon or polyester materials, each weighing around 4 kilograms. Let's try to imagine the processes involved in the preparation and distribution of this cash. Suppose that the executive assistants or trusted personnel of Saldico, named Mark Tiksay and Paul Estrada, processed 500 million pesos a day, working 24/7, 365 days a year, including unloading, counting, repacking, loading, and delivering the money. This would take 5.5 years or mid-2028.
Physically
Hindi pa sila
impossible.
tapos mag-deliver hanggang ngayon, Mr. President. If they started in 2023 or mid-2027, if they started as early as the second semester of 2022, when then Congressman Saldico took over the chairmanship of the House Appropriations Committee. Relatedly, one may still ask how such huge sums of money were physically collected and delivered to the residence of former Congressman Ko. To move this much wealth at a limit of 500 million pesos per day, you would need to make 1,610 deliveries to Saldico's Valle Verde 6 residence or somewhere else. Unloading, unpacking, repacking, reloading, and again delivering to different individual recipients. Even if they do it every single day of the year, it would take them 4.4 years to complete the 800 million peso
Physically
deliveries,
impossible
Mr.
po.
President. We can only imagine the logistical nightmare involved in the magnitude of the operations of former Congressman Saldico. By the way, following the joint narrative of the 18 security personnel,
Based sa kwento
magkano ang
nila,
natirang
imposible
kickback
na magawa
kay
nila.
Saldico? Zero?
Sa dami ng
Was he
pera,
just a messenger?
805
Nabanggit ng
billion.
18 security personnel sa kanilang affidavit na ang bahay ni Congressman Saldico sa Valle Verde 6, Pasig City ay naging bagsakan ng cash kung saan din ginagawa ni Mark Tiksay, John Paul Estrada at iba pang empleyado ang pagbibilang at pag-impake ng mga ito sa iba't ibang lalagyan. Since former Congressman Saldico served as chairman of the House Appropriations Committee from July 2022 to January 2025, his supposed influence and access to the national budget, assuming he exercised full and unlimited control, were during the period 2023 and 2024 or for a full 2 years. We are also saying here that 85 billion worth of paper bills were in cash from our bank reserves over the years. According to a Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, the total physical cash in 2024, meaning the paper bills as well as coins that were currently held by the public and circulating in the economy, including those inside bank vaults, that year stood at 2.7 trillion pesos. That would mean that 400 billion or half of the 805 billion out of the 2.7 trillion pesos of physical cash of 114 Filipinos passed through a single individual, equivalent to around 15% of the total physical cash, both in circulation and those kept in all the bank vaults. Going back to the 805 billion pesos in totality, that was solely and exclusively at Saldico's disposal in 2023 and 2024. If we were to believe the 18 ex-soldiers, then those accumulated over the same period by personalities who are now facing plunder and other cases like the former DPWH officials, Roberto Bernardo, Henry Alcantara, Bryce Hernandez, etc. Contractors, etc. must be factored in to compute the aggregate total of absconded monies from the 2023 to 2024 GAAs. I raise this question to ensure that the testimonies withstand established facts and logic before we even invite them to testify
Illogical
before
po.
the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee.
Yung claim nila.
Pray tell, Mr. President, if their statements appear to be demonstratively false and physically impossible to accomplish,
Physically
wouldn't
impossible.
convening a hearing effectively validate and dignify this information? That is my question. Thank you, Mr. President.
Madaling sabi, kung papatulan po niya, no, papatulan po ng Senate Blue Ribbon Committee yung pag-iimbestiga na malinaw na illogical and physically impossible yung claim nila. Nagpagamit lang at nasayang yung panahon. Nagpagamit lang sa propaganda ng mga Duterte ang Senado na yun man talaga yung intensyon nila. At madaling sabi, nagpaloko lang. Panlulokong malinaw ang ginagawa po ng kampo ng Duterte. So ayaw patulan ni Ping Lacson kasi pag pinatulan po, lalabas may na yung ulo ng mga senador. Pati yung Senado nabudol sa mga imposibleng claims nitong 18 Marites. Galit si Panelo. Malinaw yun ang intensyon niya, no? Ni Amy Marcos sa pag-file ng resolusyon. Huwag kami malinaw na budol. Anyway, mga kababayan, tama na yung National Bureau of Investigation ang magsagawa ng pag-iimbestiga. Anyway, yung kanilang affidavit, tinurn over ni Atty. Baligod sa Ombudsman. Kinomisyon ng Ombudsman yung NBI to conduct the investigation para ma-verify kung kapani-paniwala ba itong claim nitong 18 ex-Marines. Tama po? Huwag kami santamba kayong mga budol. Mandadamay pa. Sasayangin ninyo yung oras ng Senado. Kaya papaniwala dito sa mga tao ito. Okay pa? Ayan man lang yung ating short video. Ako po si Dante Maravillas. Bye-bye. God bless.